rifle.
It's fun, ain't it?
A whole lot of fun to shoot. No recoil at all. None at all, and accurate as hell.
Yeah.
It's a rock out in the army, so it's taking a little while to, because the first time I took it out, it was getting, I shoot about 3 or 4 rounds and it would get hung up.
Okay.
You know, so then I'd have to hit the charger pin again, and then it would go, then it would shoot again 3 or 4 rounds, and then, so I was like, what the hell? So I took it again yesterday, and I took different kinds of ammo, and it seemed to work out a lot better. So I think maybe there's a break-in period, but man, it works fine. It's just so much.
I think that might be what's wrong with my 9mm too. That or I just didn't like the bullets, because I had some hollows and then some regular FMJs, and it seemed like every, I don't know, maybe third hollow tip that came out, it would like jam up, and I'm like, okay, and then fix my chamber and stuff and shoots fine again for like 4, 5, 6 rounds, then it'll jam up, and I'm like, damn, is it the bullets or is it the gun? And I got to thinking about it. I put rounds through it, but all of my guns probably have less than 200 rounds through it.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of them. Yeah, all of them have less than 200. And 9mm might have less than 100.
What kind of ammo were you using? You know, brand? And it was just, you said it was hollow points or FMJs?
No, the FMJs, they flew through no problem. It was the hollow points that gave me a problem. Matter of fact, I got my hollow points from you.
Which ones, let me see.
I can't think of.
Because the ones I had were Monarch. Which is, what do you call it?
Is it the Plus P ammo?
No, but they were Academy. They're Academy's brand.
Okay.
So, because I haven't seen any more of those, but I've got some other hollow points also. If you want to try some of those, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely come through.
Yeah, and if they're not working for you, you know, bring them back and I'll fix them up for you.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I shot them. I shot the rest of them. I made them work.
Yeah, because I loaded some Sig Sauer Crown. It's called Crown V-Crown 900 or 124 grade.
Okay.
So I loaded like 20 of them, and I wanted to check them out because I took 2 9mm. I took one Beretta and one Sig. Beretta worked out fine. The Sig, and they were nickel plated, so the brass were nickel plated. That Sig did not like them, so it would shoot them. It would shoot no problem, but ejecting them. When you eject it out, it would get stuck there, and then it would blow the other one because that's a full of stuff there. So, and they did that. I mean, I only took 20 rounds, and they did that like for about half of that shit. So now I know it's not, that Sig does not like nickel plate, you know. And then I put in some FMJs because those are the only hollow points I took. FMJs, no problem whatsoever brass. So I'm guessing maybe they just don't like nickel plate. So
probably because I know they say that. My brother just got an AK-47, and they told him that particular AK-47 doesn't like brass. He has to shoot steel out of it. And I'm like, I guess. I mean, it's cheaper when we playing around with it and stuff like that, but you would think with it being a high-powered rifle, you would want a better ammo in it, but it requires that.
Yeah, you know, to get those damn AK-47s, they're built like a tank, man. They stuff can take a lot. I've shot, because I've shot my AK-47 at the range, and they only take brass, so I won't take brass. I would need to take it outdoors to shoot steel, but I don't see that it would have any problem shooting steel.
That's what they told him, and he looked it up, and it was like, yeah, they say the best ammo for it is steel. I'm like, wow.
And that AK-47, those 7.62 by 3 have gotten expensive too.
Yeah.
They used to be pretty cheap, now they're expensive.
They're high now, yeah.
So, all right, you guys ready to move on? All right, so let's see. Next thing, chapter 4, countermeasures. Do you see the technician here in the picture?
Yep.
So it's very.
Oh shit! Yeah, I see that motherfucker right there. Barely.
Yeah.
You see his pants? That's how I saw him.
What's the number?
I'm sorry,
Oh, that's the member?
technician. No, that's the technician.
Oh, is it? All right. It's a person right there for
Yeah.
sure.
So, and there he is now with his class 3 attire. So same picture, just with and without, and you can see that it stands out quite a bit.
Right.
Seen visibly, it's better to be seen than not seen. So here you have, again, your class 3 attire. It's either be bright orange or green, lime green, but again, it's got to have sleeves. Chiefly recommends anytime you operate on the roadside, you should be wearing high visibility anti-class 3 safety apparel. Responders who don't use safety apparel, emergency light, and traffic cones have a higher odds of getting struck than those who do. Anti-class 3 Type R for roadway offers the highest standards in high visibility clothing. It has 60% more background material and is highly visible at night and in wet, bad weather conditions. It's also part of OSHA, which is also the law. You have, anytime you're out there exposed to traffic, you have to use class 3 apparel. Now, exiting the vehicle. Have a plan to be in place before you attempt to exit the vehicle. If possible, exit on the non-traffic side of the vehicle. Never turn your back to traffic. Face traffic and go the long way around your vehicle. Never hesitate, react immediately. Keep checking the traffic frequently. So this video is going to be of a cop, motorcycle cop, pull somebody over, and now he's going to go to the vehicle to go talk to the people he pulled over. But check to see how many times he
Perfect
checks
security on the
traffic
job
line.
may make you comfortable around traffic. Perhaps too comfortable. According to FBI statistics, officers killed in traffic incidents had an average of 10 years law enforcement experience. The FBI's initial findings in this area also indicated that many of these officers developed a sense of invincibility. It won't happen to me. And a performance comfort zone from successfully carrying out duties which resulted in risk-taking behaviors.
Okay, so he turned his back to look 5 times, 6 if you want to count when they cut the video off. Okay, but he was looking back at traffic quite a bit. All right, cone placement. Check your local laws regarding cone placement during any roadside incident. Start placing cones away from the disabled vehicle and work from appropriate shoulder towards it. Cones or traffic triangles should be spaced apart appropriate to the speed of traffic. Only 38% of operators reported using traffic cones. Not carrying traffic cones is the most common reason for not using them. And then look at this next statistic. A vehicle can travel 110 feet in 1 second by going at 75 miles an hour. Right, so now you take a look at that and you start to think, people are driving down the freeway, sometimes they're texting on the phone or they're reading their text, they're driving down, but they're fully focused on the phone. And now if they travel, by the time they read that text, if they travel about 5 seconds, that is traveling 550 feet. They're going 75 miles an hour. That is a little bit longer than half of a football field that they're driving blindly. They just have no idea where they're going. They're just going straight. So that's why it helps out to have cones and triangles, because now if they start to veer away, they'll hit one of those and then they'll shoot your arm back up again and say, hey, what's going on? Okay, so again, that's a lot of ground to cover. All right, I'm going to show you a video of this individual, and he's going to place cones out there. But I want you to see if there's something else that you might be able to do different or that he can do different to make sure that he's safe out there. There's this tow truck. He places his cones, now he's coming back. What else can he do to make sure that he stays safe? He has his cones out there.
He probably should have spaced them out more.
Okay.
I guess like you said, depending on how traffic is rolling, but I mean that's not like the freeway, so he might be all right. But he's towing it. Okay. Okay. I wasn't saying he should have put his truck up there too, but.
So let me go ahead and play the video.
Oh, he could have got the fuck out of the street too.
There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Even though he is walking, even though he's got his cones placed.
Yeah, them cones ain't gonna stop no car.
Yeah, he's walking on the street. And he only looked back once there at the beginning, and then doesn't look back again until right there. Once he's almost done. But yeah, he's got the whole sidewalk. He's got the whole grass to be walking up there because again, the cones aren't going to stop anybody.
Mm-mm.
You know, so that's the only thing I can think of that he needs to work on. All right? Cone placement key points review. The use of the traffic cone pattern can be an effective way to regulate the flow of traffic. There will be occasions when the deployment of traffic cones is required. The purpose of a cone pattern is to redirect traffic away from the work zone. A cone pattern should be deployed in a pattern long enough to allow motorists time to change lanes without creating an additional traffic hazard. Now, if somebody does veer out of the way and is headed toward you, you do have a chance to escape. Maybe there's some areas where you can go into your truck, seated and with your seatbelt on, behind a guardrail or a tree, up an embankment away from traffic, maybe behind an abutment, which is a bridge support pillar, or opposite side of a ditch. Identify hazards like overpasses, swerve zones, and landing zones. Leave yourself out. Any action you take it quickly. Running in a direction that places you at the lowest risk. It can happen to you. All right, so if we look at page 23, you have a quiz. This quiz will help you out tremendously with the test itself. All right, so question number 1. What profession has the most traffic-related deaths each year?
The towing industry.
Okay. All right. Question number 2. What is aware?
That's just the situation.
Okay.
You mean that exact aware that we went through?
What could better
It's
get
just the same. The warning signs.
What page are you looking at?
2.
Is it on 2? Okay, I was like, no, it was way back there.
Acknowledge the danger, react, and then escape the danger.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of writing all that for number 2, I would suggest
Put aware.
write page 2. See page 2.
Right,
That's where you see all that
right.
stuff. So that way, if you also have that question on the test, and you know you've got the answers there, you can say, hey, let me look at page 2. Okay, so it's assess, warning signs, acknowledge, react, and escape. What are some advantages of a pre-trip equipment check? Why should you do a pre-trip check?
Make sure the truck has all the equipment.
Hey, make sure you have all your equipment.
And yeah, you need what you need to keep yourself safe. So.
Okay, so yeah, make sure you have all your equipment, make sure it's working fine. Also, by you knowing that you have it all and it's working fine, will minimize the time you spend out there out on the road. So minimize exposure time and be responsible ready. Yeah, I'm drinking this orange juice. You know how long it's been since I've had orange juice?
Sound like it's going to be a long time if you say that.
This stuff is good, man.
Where have you been, Sam? You got to be drinking OJ, you know? Keep you feeling young. Put a little egg in there. No,
I've been eating oranges from Sam's. They've got some oranges that are coming from California.
Oh,
cow,
good.
those others are damn good.
yeah, them Florida oranges are bad motherfuckers too, man. It's like, you do something to it.
Okay, next thing. Why is a gore point dangerous and should we work it or move it? It's a two-part question.
Why is the report there? Because you've got traffic moving on both sides.
Both sides?
And then you should move it because.
No, that's just it. Just move it.
Yeah.
Move it.
Yeah. Traffic on both sides, move it. Right, how big should the cushion zone be? How many vehicle lanes?
2 to 3.
2 to 3 cars. Which direction should you turn your wheels when you're exiting your vehicle?
Depends on which side you parked on. If you parked on the right side, you turn left. If you parked on the left side, you turn right.
But which one actually will take care of all that?
Close traffic?
The left.
Okay, towards traffic
Towards traffic.
or away from obstructions, either
Okay.
or. So then that way it doesn't matter on which side you park, you're by just turning in that direction, you know you're
Just
good.
hit everybody that's keeping up.
Which blocking technique is the most dangerous and should only be used in special circumstances?
The
Yeah, what was that called? Yeah, right. Slide on back to offset parking.
offset.
Offset parking, you got it. All right. If that's the most dangerous, what is the safest
Angle.
parking?
Angle.
Angle parking. Two-part question, angle parking with a wheels turning where?
Push that. Away from
Or away from obstructions. So, all right, how many states have the move over law?
50.
50.
All 50. When should you wear high visibility anti-class 3 material?
In their sleep. No, freeways, highways. I guess anytime outside of your truck. the most
Anytime you're
part.
outside your truck.
Yeah, so we'll just make that always.
Which goes back to wearing it in your sleep. Stay ready so you don't want to get ready.
All right, member safety. The public does not understand the hazards of stopping on the highway. Do the best you can to protect members from harm. If there's a guardrail present, AAA recommends having the member wait behind it. Guardrails reduce fatalities and serious injuries by 47%. AAA recommends not moving between the vehicle and the guardrail. Also, don't let your member stay on the guardrail. Now, I didn't realize how good these suckers were until I saw this video. So this video is not a towing video. Basically what happens here is a police stops somebody and another trooper shows up to act for support and then they get hit. And well, when that happens, I want you to pay attention to the guardrail to see how it takes on the impact. And so let me play this for you. So there's no sound, so there's the first trooper, the second one shows up, first of all, it leaves no room whatsoever.
Not a lick.
Okay, and then he gets out and he's walking out this way, and he stops momentarily, something happens, he stops and turns around, and boom, that's what happens. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you again in slow motion, and I want you to look at the guardrail. So there's the guardrail. And look at the guardrail.
It moved like 4 foot and then bounced back.
It bounced back. So it flexed and then it bounced back. So again, I didn't realize that they were that strong. Now, obviously this was just a vehicle, but it was coming pretty damn fast. Now, if it was a semi, chances are
They going straight through.
it's gonna go straight through. Yeah, or if it takes a direct impact from here, it's probably gonna go straight through. But a glancing blow like that, it absorbs it and it takes a hit. That's why if your members are outside the vehicle and there's a guardrail, we ask them to stand behind the guardrail because a lot of times it will absorb the impact and they will still be safe. All right?
Man, that Crown Vic. Golly, it took it, didn't it?
If it's American, it didn't burst in fire.
No, seriously.
Helping the member. If the occupant exits their vehicle from the side opposite the flow of traffic, advise them to wait until you can escort them to the tow truck or behind the guardrail if present. Watch traffic for the safest time to make the move. Move on the off-traffic side. Wait for a gap in traffic if it is possible, or even set up traffic cones. Don't think it won't happen to you. So now let me show you this video.
In the truck properly, working from the curb or shoulder rather than from the traffic
He's
side.
going to tow that vehicle,
And
he's talking to the
using
member.
overhead lights when they are not.
She gets out of the vehicle.
As a professional
And he's
tow
gonna
truck
escort her.
operator, you must be safety conscious at all times and in all situations. While the circumstances of each call you go out on will be different, many times the basics are very similar.
All right. So he puts over the guardrail. All right. Remember, he's going to tow the vehicle. Would you do anything different?
If you put her in the cab
Yeah,
Well, okay.
might as well. Yeah.
because of the weather.
Okay, because of the weather. Not only that, because
It's the safest place.
yes, it's a
Yeah,
safe
really
place.
is, yeah.
And he's going to end up towing because now what he did is he put her in a safe place, but that's not the safest place.
Yeah, she's
Now
not
she
bad.
had to hop over the guardrail. Now she's gonna have to hop over the guardrail again to get inside the truck.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, also, let's look at what's beyond the guardrail. Okay, now that doesn't look like a safe area.
It looked like definitely like a cliff down there.
Yeah. So, and you can tell she's kind of like looking down. She's
Right.
like,
Fuck this.
Okay. And again, the weather looks like it's cold because they've got, based on how they're dressed. Now, you think about that. If it is like a day like today, when the sun's been beating down on that guardrail, that summertime's gonna be
Hot
hot.
skillet.
Yeah. And if it's hot, she's gonna be wearing shorts. And now you run the risk of her putting her skin right next to that damn guardrail. Now she can get burned from doing that. The safest spot, you save time, putting her inside the truck.
And he should have escorted her from her door around the car and into the tow truck.
Into the tow truck, yep.
So that way he can pay attention to traffic and let her know when it's safe to come out.
No. All right, good. Okay. It only takes a second. So these videos is going to be a compilation of videos that if you came to orientation class, I show you these videos. Excuse me. So I'm going to show you these videos. And they're all accidents. You're not going to see blood and guts, but you're going to see people getting wiped out.
Another danger to officers in the line of duty. The danger of being struck by a passing vehicle.
I bet his heart skipped a beat. Oh man.
And this is why we don't want you standing on the traffic side.
Yeah, he got killed. That one got killed.
That is why officers and violators should always avoid standing next to the roadway. Or directly between vehicles.
You're up here and anybody gets to back up a patrol car, there's a good chance you're gonna get caught somewhere between that car and your car. And if you don't ride, you may still get struck by one of the vehicles. I don't want that to happen to you.
That's crazy how he spoke that up.
Just like that, say it, just like that.
Have a predetermined plan for an escape route every time you're out of your patrol vehicle. Don't wait until a bullet vehicle veers toward you before considering your avenue of escape. Under stress, you will react and respond in the manner in which you mentally prepared. Develop a plan. Be ready to use it.
Oh wow.
He must have killed it.
Oh man. He went over the guardrail. Oh.
Holy shit.
Took a look at how far it took him a long
Lord,
way.
no telling how far that dude took him.
What
Why
if
was
he's
he in the
still
shoulder?
The
the semi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was way over that line.
He was in the shoulder,
There
like
was no reason. It's like he did that on purpose.
get you out of this ticket. If you live, like
Lady.
yeah, that's crazy.
All right. Boxing, you guys know boxing?
Yeah.
He was in class this morning, and he asked, so what do we do about members that don't pay attention or are being difficult? I said, oh, you mean Karens. So we have a special section for Karens, so this is a section for Karens. Members that refuse to be safe. It is suggested that you be firm but tactful and emphasizing the importance of following your directions. Here are some examples. The freeway is a more dangerous environment than it appears. Please remain on the other side of the guardrail for me. Please stay in your vehicle with your seatbelt on. Passing vehicles have almost struck me on more than one occasion. For our safety, would you step away from the traffic, please? And if they're still not paying attention to you, then you can be, again, firm but tactful, and you can refuse service. I will be unable to provide service until I can assure your safety. Okay? Our safety user mind is the highest priority. Again, if they continue to be difficult, notify your supervisor if they refuse to act in a safe manner. Maybe they can talk to them and they can calm them down and tell them, hey, look, this is for your safety. So, sometimes people just want to hear it from somebody else, not just you. Okay? Maybe contact law enforcement if needed, because this person's being difficult and they're exposing you and themselves to danger. Okay? Never put yourself at risk unnecessarily. Be polite but firm. Never escalate the situation. Escort them to a safe location, behind the guardrail, on the shoulder, off the shoulder, away from traffic, maybe inside your vehicle. Now, so we arrived at the scene, so now we're going to help out the member. Okay? So AAA recommends always wearing your Class 3 apparel. Be aware of travel paths, legal travel paths, and avoid standing or walking in these areas. Listen for sound, so listen for rumble strips. Use your ears and your eyes. Know where the blind spots exist. Jack placement could be a tripping hazard. Use visual safety devices, phones, reflective triangles, LEDs. Know what to do and how to do it quickly. Always ask yourself, is it worth it? Okay, so I'm going to show you some video and some pictures. So most tow vehicles, as you mentioned earlier, have dual controls. Okay? AAA recommends to always operate the controls on the non-traffic side. This practice puts the tow vehicle between you and traffic and will save your life. So let me show you this first video. On the traffic side.
That's how that guy in, what was that, Waxahachie got hit?
Look at this other guy. And of course, there's no traffic right now, so he's doing all his stuff, thumbs over, does it on the traffic side, and now you start seeing traffic start to get in the picture. Alright, so that was no big deal. This one's close to him, and he's like, okay, come on, you gotta move over, and the person never moves over.
Wow.
At first I thought he got hit until I saw him show up over here. Now he's upset because he got hit. Okay? Look at this guy. This is where he's at, talking to the member. He's telling him, hey, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna load you up, take you back over here, and then we're gonna go ahead and find out what else we need to take care of. Alright, let me go over here. Starts going to the non-traffic side, stops, comes over to the traffic side. There's a bus, and the bus's mirror hits him. And now he's telling the member, hey, did you see that? I just got hit by that bus. And now the member starts laughing. How freaking stupid is that? You know?
Like,
And look, here's the fog line. There's the fog line. Look at the flatbed. Flatbed looks like it's right on the fog line. If the flatbed's right on the fog line, that means
He's in the lane. He's like in the lane. There's no around that.
see, I was really thinking that was the fog line until, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody driving on the shoulder.
Right.
That might be an HOV lane.
Yeah, it could be, but still.
Yeah.
And did traffic move over?
No,
They didn't move.
Or slow down.
Yep. Again, this guy, chances are, if he is this careless, I'm willing to bet there are no cones over here. Probably didn't call the cops or anything like that. I mean, this is one of those deals where, man, again, what really boggles my mind is he started walking over here and stopped.
It's like he wanted to
Yeah.
prove a point that could have went real wrong.
Yeah, hey, man, I'm safe. You know, I know what I'm doing.
I can
See
stand
this
here.
fence?
Don't see me and move over. No.
This vest saved my life. Nah, fam.
All right, I'm going to show you these pictures. All right, so here is controls on the traffic side.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Somebody got hit. Okay, so here's the van that wiped out those controls on the traffic side. Look at that big old gap. Look at that big old hole it caused in this van. Where's that? Where's the rest of that van?
Right there on the edge.
Okay, here's the technician. The technician standing right there. Brand new technician. He was about 6 weeks on the job. Started off as a tow truck driver. Everyone that he went to go ride with, all the veteran tow truck drivers, nobody told him about the non-traffic side controls. So he was always using the traffic side controls. Well,
Not knowing that the other side was over.
right.
God, dog.
Until he went through orientation class. And in orientation class, we have a chapter that deals with safety. That's where he found out about the non-traffic side controls. So, and he raised his hand, told the instructor at that point in time, by the way, this was in Birmingham, Alabama, told the instructor there, said, hey, you know, I was with all these guys, nobody ever told me about the controls over on this side. So after he found out about it, he started using them. He was using them in this scenario. So that saved his ass. Because otherwise, if he'd have been standing right there, would have got wiped out. And here's a closer picture being a part of the band that just got peeled off. It got peeled off like a sardine can.
That's crazy.
Okay. All right. Take a look at this dude. He's doing a wind chop. You see the wind chop? Mother Nature crashes the parties, stuck with snow and ice and all that stuff. Look at where he's at. He's here doing this, but look at the semi that's right beside him.
He's on the track.
He don't care because if you can see the road, it had to be snowing for days.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, no, you definitely should be on the other side.
And it's still coming down because you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, if this sucker loses control, he's gonna squash him between the flatbed and the semi.
And then too, if that cable breaks, he's gonna get it.
He's going back to him.
Yeah, he gonna get it. He gonna get it real good. He don't think he like that. He should be well. I guess he should be on the other side of the truck initially, but especially doing that, you should have your head under that bed of that truck.
In case
You know, squat it down some, just in case that cable snaps.
Because once that cable snaps, I don't know if you're how familiar you are with the cables, because there's got like about I think it's like total of 19 strands. There's like several of them, and then there's several wraps around them. But once that sucker breaks, it's going to start to unravel, and then it's going to get wider and wider, and it's just going to be flying around, and whatever it hits, it's just going to be tearing up, and then it'll leave a lot of cuts in between, kind of like
It's
a
like
razor.
barbed wire.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So again, some of your peers doing their stuff out there.
Gotta love
Okay. Now, stay alert. Work safely, quickly, and minimize exposure time. Keep your eye on the member of traffic. Stay on high alert and fight complacency. Avoid the superhero syndrome, thinking that you are invincible. Most accidents occur when you relax and become too comfortable. Never assume traffic can see you. Conduct yourself as if they cannot. Okay, I'm going to show you this dude. He's messing with the straps. Excuse me. And then the vehicle passes close by to it. Okay. Look at this guy. He's working with this, and he starts to walk over here, not even paying attention. And if he was a little bit faster, he'd have got
They were
hit.
hit.
Yeah.
But he wasn't paying attention.
Yep.
Yeah, let's use the safe side. Wait. Oh.
So that's what happened. So now you see him running over, because that's the front side camera. So now you see him running over to where the members are. See how they're doing. Look at this other guy using his ears and his eyes. It's like, something's going on. So he starts to run before we can even tell what's going on until you see this vehicle that's on the side, just skidding down the road. So again, your head's got to be on the swivel, just back and forth, back and forth. All right, minimizing exposure time. Do not troubleshoot vehicles on the freeway. Move the vehicle to a safe location. You are a visual distraction, even if you're not displaying emergency lights. Time spent working on the vehicle is unnecessary exposure. Being out of your tow unit increases your exposure considerably. Get back into your tow unit and immediately put your seatbelt on. It is common for parked tow units to be struck while parked on the shoulder. Standing and working on the traffic side is the highest level of exposure. Minimize the time on the traffic side. Keep the member out of this area. Trucks, that's why trucks have controls on both sides. Now, sometimes you're going to show up for a call and you think it's going to just take about 10, 15 minutes. Then for whatever reason, it takes up longer than that. It becomes an extended time. Statistics show that the danger increases in direct relation to the amount of time spent on the location. Reducing exposure time reduces the risk. Work quickly but safely. Now, if the incident requires an extended on-scene time, then you're going to need to use other safety measures, such as cones, flares, maybe contacting the police department for traffic control. Because again, we have no idea how much longer we're going to be there. Now, sooner or later, you're going to be involved in an accident, or the vehicle that you're working with, or the member that you're helping out is going to be involved in an accident. What to do? Remain calm, escape the danger zone, check your injuries, and then maintain the scene. You have to stay calm, because if you call 911, they're gonna ask you all kinds of questions. You have to remain calm so you can give them precise, information. Notify your supervisor as soon as possible. Start documenting everything by video or pictures. Take pictures or video documenting who, what, when, where, and why. Okay? Only talk to law enforcement. So if the news crew is there, don't talk to them. And only provide facts, not opinions. Okay? Follow the directions from your supervisor. Now, so now we're there, we did our job, now we're going to leave the scene. All right? Escort the member back to their vehicle safely and away from traffic. AAA recommends to never block traffic to allow the member to merge back into traffic. So don't block traffic for them. If you block traffic for them, and there's an accident, that may assign the liability entirely on you. So we don't want to block it. And I will tell you, go even as far as don't give them instructions. Because if you give them instructions on how to get back on the roadways, and if they get hit, now they have somebody to blame.
I let them go.
Yep. So, and that's what you need to do. I would say, if anything, be careful getting back on the road. Because one, they're already a licensed driver, which means they had to take a test to learn how to drive.
Yes, I have a good day.
Yep. So again, because you don't want to give them any way out in case they have an accident to blame us for. And then thank your members for their membership. Like, and thank you for being a member for 69 years. All right? Now, when you return back to your vehicle, AAA recommends never turning your back to traffic. You should approach from behind the guardrails or the off-traffic side. You turn your equipment to the off-traffic side of your vehicle. You should approach your vehicle from the front so you can get a clear view of traffic. Finish any call-related tasks, tablet tickets at the next safe location. The quicker you get out of the danger zone, the safer you are. Don't hang around there. Don't linger. All right? So, here are some things that will help us out. New technology, VMS, variable messaging system. You've seen some of these trucks that have that big old sign, all that stuff.
And the NTTA has it.
Yep, NTTA has it. Now, when the VMS is active, drivers are more likely to move over and slow down than when it is not active. By how much? Take a look at this. The odds of a vehicle moving over were 95% higher when the VMS is.
Because it's big and it's an arrow saying move over.
Yeah,
It's like construction.
they can't avoid it, exactly. So 95% higher when this is used, okay? Now, why don't facilities have it? Well, because one, they can be costly or they can be expensive. But I'm probably willing to bet it's not more expensive than a brand new flatbed. You know, and if you can use that for those situations, you're saving your flatbed, you're saving your drivers, but, you know, I'm not the owner, okay? This is one of the most effective methods of alerting traffic. Okay? Now, next thing. There's also some other new technology out there. So Haas Alert. Haas Alert is a new feature that when a member indicates they are on the freeway, the call receiving agent adds member on the freeway priority, which will send a Haas notification along with the latitude and longitude of the member's at. It will send them out to your navigation software, such as Waze, Google Maps, all that stuff. It will send that information out to them. So when Haas then passes alerts to Apple Maps, Waze, Apple, Android, CarPlay, Google Maps, and Chrysler navigation systems, and it's going to add a notification of disabled motorists on the map. Okay? And it gets better. When the AAA driver arrives on the scene, they will always put themselves on location, or if the dispatcher puts them on location. Once that on location is activated, now this will trigger notification to Haas, and the alert changes to AAA truck on the scene, slow down, and move over. Now, this takes care of the people who said, I didn't have enough time to slow down. Well, now guess what? This alerts it to up to 30 seconds before they actually get to where you're at. So now they can't tell, hey, I didn't have enough time to move over. Yeah, 30 freaking seconds that it notifies you. Right now, the only flaw to this is that the only times they get those notifications is they have to be using a navigation system. So if they're not using the navigation system, it's not going to pop up. But if they're using the navigation system and it's somebody here like on 360, it'll let them
So
know.
that's how Waze works.
Yeah.
Okay. I was always trying to figure out how do they know that, you know, like, but yeah, okay.
So again, house alert and 30 seconds of attention will reduce the risk of collision up to 90%. Works with field service and tollers. Okay, and now this was effective as of January 25th of this year. So it's happening now. Currently, right now, it's sends out about 3,000 notifications a day. That right now is impacting about 130,000 vehicles each day. By the end of the year, they're expected to hit close to, I think they said like 500,000 vehicles that are going to be notified with this information. So it's getting better, it's getting safer for y'all. But again, like I said, right now, the only flaw is if they're not using the navigation system, it's not going to provide that information. But if they're using it, it will provide that information. So it'll be good for the summertime, because you're gonna have a lot of people from out of town that are up here, and they're probably gonna have,
GPS.
yeah, just using GPS because they don't know where they're going. So now if something happens, they get notified. Okay? All right, so what do you think about this, folks?
I think we definitely need it. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like for it to.
Maybe great if there was something that was just on there all the time. But right now, that's the only flaw. It's got
I
to
wish
be.
it would just pop up though,
Yeah.
like, you know.
But it's better than the alternative, better than nothing.
Yeah.
So things are improving. All right, folks, that is all I have for you. Watch your eyes, I'm gonna turn on the lights. All right, so questions or comments about the class that you just have gone through? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah. I mean, definitely see what not to do.
Well, because I heard you earlier saying that you learned about you were turning your tires toward the guardrail.
Yeah, toward the guardrail. And I was just thinking, like, man, I wouldn't want my truck to hop out in traffic and just really mess up some other stuff. But now that you showed that, it makes a lot more sense. Because, I mean, I could really get hit by my own truck, and that's just not a good look.
Yeah, and again, you're looking out for you, man. And again, because every other class we talk about, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's for AAA, for the member. Now, this is strictly for you. Okay, so that's why this class is put on here. And I think from the rumblings I've heard is I think they're going to try to make this mandatory where you have to come to this class every year so you don't forget this. But also, because the videos that I've shown you are older videos. You saw videos of cop cars get hit. Well, because now there are so many facilities now that have cameras on their trucks. The other classes are actually going to have footage, more AAA footage that they're going to take off of the truck so it actually happens that we see. Like you saw some of them where you're going to see a lot more.
They're supposed to one of Joseph's getting that.
They probably should be on their phone.
So I think that one needs to be somewhere in Noble Hills. I don't know if most still has it or not.
So you can start to see some more of this stuff being customized more toward AAA. Okay, so again, and guys, because again, I don't know about everybody else, but I know for one, I appreciate you guys doing out there because I like to tell you guys you are a special breed because not too many people can do what you do. Not too many people can go out there and change a tire on the freeway or try to tow a vehicle on the freeway. And now you add rain and the night to it, and that's a recipe for disaster. So not everybody can do that. It takes a special breed to do that. Especially if you've been doing this now for several years. It's like shit, man. That makes it rough. But again, you got to make sure you guys stay safe.
No, we started late. Were we alone?
We're almost finished. We just need to take this.
Wow.
I don't want to Brayson. And I'm going to Brayson. Perfect. Anyway,
Perfect.
yeah, exactly.
So again, this is for you guys, and I'd like to also let you know that we have a vested interest in you. you should have also a vested interest in yourself, because if you are more successful, you know, your company's more successful, we are more successful. But the only way to achieve that is to make sure you're doing what you're doing and to stay safe. You gotta stay safe out there. Okay.
Safe equals success.
All right, any questions before I pass out the test? Okay. All right, so the test is going to be a 20-question test. It is open book, so you can use any of the notes you may have taken. You can use stuff from your book for the test.
Does it mean if we fail, we're fired?
All right, so in your book, turn to page 31.
Can't think of that.
So page 31, there is a page there, and I need you to tear it out. With your name, today's date, and your tech ID number.
What's it, a 7?
6.
6.
Oh, yeah, right on. That's crazy. I've been here 8 years this month.
8 years.
Why do you still do life here? That's a good question.
Don't know.
You want to be in the tour truck?
I don't know. I like to seeing those. I don't know. I thought about it though. I thought about it because I have been doing this VSP for a while. I mean, I actually used to drive bobtails before I started working here, so driving the truck ain't the problem. And these are automatic. They're not stick shift.
Everyone's automatic.
You know, it might be something to think about.
You changing pace?
You don't get as many calls.
Man,
Then probably spend more time driving.
I average 12 to 16 calls a day.
we in the 20s.
Yeah, but a lot of your calls are.
They're
bang,
shorter
bang, bang,
cars
bang,
too,
bang.
though. Yeah. They are shorter.
Like mine, you're moving.
But I mean, they ain't
You might
tripping.
tow 30 miles, you might tow 50 miles.
I look at it, I average it as 1 call an hour versus, 2, maybe even 3 calls an hour, depending on where they're located
Where
at. Yeah.
Same here.
All right, so I'm gonna pass out the test. The questions are here. You're gonna read them here, and then you're gonna fill in the correct bubble. I will tell you right now, be careful. Read carefully, number 1 and number 16, I believe. Read them carefully, because usually that's the ones people end up missing, because they read it and don't read it carefully, and they go like, oh, man,
It's hard with the first one, huh?
I just read it. So once you finish, then you have the booklet back and your test sheet, and I will grade them and give you your answers today. All right, gentlemen, good luck. Remember, it is open book.
Sure, Mr. Sam.
None? All right. Excellent. You did not miss any. All right, sir. You are free
Free
to
to go.
go. Well, thank you for attending. Be careful out there.
Let me go get this call. I go get this call.
The one that Fernandez just
Yeah.
said. All right, I'm getting beat.
Just want to borrow some stuff.
And I will put your,
Anything exciting, Cyrus?
you talked to,
Todd?
Todd, yeah, so yeah, he's been giving those to everybody he talks to.
Was it the same stuff in all of them?
It's supposed to be. If nobody went in here and ransacked anything.
Fuck that was.
Do I need to take this book?
Yes, the book is yours.
Mr. Sam?
All right, and Alexander, take care, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you again.
Yep.
Be
Good seeing you
careful.
again.
Likewise.
Later, John.
All right, bro.
You say, brother?
Yes, sir. Oh wait, I'm not on the wrong damn book.
Thank you, sir.
So y'all,
So good.
well, so Sam, you
Oh,
answer
man.
test ball?
He's gonna find out
I
now.
hope so. I mean, we got the answers to this.
None of your ass gotta stay extra, nigga, if you don't have.
I heard we got fired if we failed the open book test.
Shit, nigga, you gotta hold the pass. You gotta hold your ass. Shit. I ain't got no control over it. I can control what I can control. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
All right, well, you passed.
Yeah, there.
The ones that are marked in red are the ones that you got wrong.
Man, see, and I was thinking about that shit. I was like, bro, what the fuck? What was that, number 16? That's the one you said something about, too. I swear it was.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Hey, weren't you here this morning?
Huh?
Weren't you here this morning?
Yeah.
You robbed me this morning and is robbing me again, Dixie.
Well, you gonna eat all these
Took the whole box.
Nah, I just grabbed, it was on.
He grabbed the whole box of swirls. We keep this book, right?
Yeah, keep the book, I just need the test and your test book.
Oh, shit. Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, in the truck.
And let me get it.
It's open. I'm finna go have one myself.
All right, and you are free to go, sir.